All right. Good evening. Welcome to Super Metroid Choozo Randomizer 2022. We've got a matchup here between Moro or Cotton Candy Moro and EXAKTScience. And the race should be starting pretty soon. We might be on a bit of a delay. I'm also not sure what's happening with Moro's stream because his stream is running. It's like it's not updating on the SpeedGaming. So I think that'll work itself out in the near future here. Oh, geez, I forgot to cover the settings. It is going to be random start. It's vanilla area, vanilla boss, but it's random start. It's not a full random start. We're not going to be seeing the we're not going to be seeing one of the deep starts. We're not going to be seeing a lower Norfair start. We're not going to be seeing an aqueduct start, but we will be seeing just about any other start. We're not going to be seeing a ship start either. Random start means random start. So that should be getting underway pretty soon here. And I don't remember offhand all the other settings, so I think we'll just be a little bit surprised. And I'm also going to have to figure out the tracking here because I thought I had the tracking page up, but apparently I don't. So this could be interesting. Sorry about this. It's this page over here. Okay. Probably shouldn't have signed up to do tracking. This could be interesting. Let's see how that works out. All right, so looks like we got a early wreck ship start, and both runners did make the decision to head towards the back of wreck ship to get that one item that's normally not accessible till later in the game. But this being a random start, this being the Varia tweaks are on, runners were able to go make that check, and both runners did find more fallback there. And so from here, they might be able to make one more check. I believe they can check the item underneath the at the ocean. So even though this is a full countdown, I believe, yeah, definitely full countdown because it doesn't have an M on the number. So it will be so we know it's full countdown and not major minor. Major minor would have the M next to it. So even though there's not a major item there, it might still be a good idea to get that item because it could be your first super pack, could be your first power bombs. And it does look like it is the first power bomb pack. And I see both runners have collected that power bomb pack. So again, sorry that Moro's screen is frozen. I don't know how to fix that. I wish I knew. You know what I need to do? I need to ping SpeedGaming here. Actually, if somebody knows how to do that, it would help me out. And then, yeah, it looks like EXAKTScience was thinking about checking the other item that's in wreck ship, but yeah, I think wisely deciding maybe not worth it and heading over to Criteria, where there are 3 items here in Criteria. Early energy tank is always nice. I'm going to need just a couple minutes here, I think, to get this figured out. I'm sorry about the restream. All right. Meanwhile, both runners picked up another E-tank over in the old Mother Brain location, and now we're going to be heading down to the Blue Brinster area, see what we can find down there. Looks like another power bomb pack. Still looking for some major items here. We've got morph. That's important. Morph can be buried sometimes in these settings, so that's a good start. And EXAKTScience finding another E-tank, up to 3 E-tanks. And I know we can't see Moro's stream yet, but somewhere Moro found Wave Beam. That's lurking around here somewhere. Unknown where Moro found it, but probably must have been down in Blue Bryn somewhere. Actually, it probably would have been that area that EXAKTScience thought about checking and noped out. She could have used a power bomb there to check that area back behind, and that's probably where Wave Beam is. Not a huge loss. Obviously, it would be nice to have the extra damage and move the game a little bit faster. Yeah, it could be. And you know what? Even if it's not required hell runs, it's certainly nice to have that extra energy. And probably going to be heading to the 230 missiles location, and then from there could decide to go to Bomb Choozo. This is Bomb Variatrix on, which means even though we haven't found regular bombs, you may have to fight Bomb Choozo. You actually get a choice. You can check out the item and then decide, do I really want it? Do I want to fight this? Do I want to fight BT today? You can choose to take a pass. And EXAKTScience finding her first super pistol pack. That's a very nice find. Moro also found that. It's hard for me to say who's ahead or behind because I'm watching Moro stream more or less in real time, whereas I'm looking at EXAKTScience on the restream, which is a bit delayed. So both runners have followed a similar route, except for Moro made that extra check and found Wave Beam. And this is vanilla area, vanilla boss. I don't remember all the other settings, but I know it's vanilla area, vanilla boss. So that did we get enough? Oh, EXAKTScience choosing to fight BT. Moro had chosen to nope out, although with these supers, it's going to be a very quick fight. And those supers may actually come in handy. I don't mind that pickup at all, especially so early on. We don't know where charge is. And now it's going to be decision time. Do the runners want to continue on to Green Bryn, see what's over there? Maybe you want to scope out the back of Gauntlet first. Got some options. Yeah, Wave does help with some early. I mean, Wave is going to be helpful. It would be a lot less impactful if she had skipped Wave like later in the seed, but with Moro having it so early, it's definitely going to be helpful. And okay, so EXAKTScience, I didn't see. Did she take a save? I just hope runners take a save before they. I don't care how many you take. You have no suits. This is it's not like impossibly difficult or anything. I mean, both runners are making this gauntlet play, and I'm sure they're both capable of doing it, even with one or even maybe even zero tanks. But it's just like one slip up, those yapping maws grab you, they drag you into the acid, and it can be GG's even with the 3 tanks. You don't want to be having to restart all the way from zero, especially from wreck ship. It's not even restarting at the criteria. Okay, good to hear that she saved. Almost through here. Taking your time. You know, there aren't necessarily going to be any free refills. I know Green Bryn is easier side, but still, it's good to maintain that health. She's going to set up here to try to be on top of these blocks safely. Oh, no. Oh, is that right? Oh, wow, I haven't done this in a while. I need to practice. Huge find. Gravity and screw attack. I need to mark that for both runners here. Both runners making those pickups. And fortunately for EXAKTScience, that might prompt her to nope out with there only being one item left. It's probably not going to be worth it for her to search all of criteria. Oh, she is heading back though. Oh, okay. Making this check. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that is quite the gauntlet. I'm sure the runners are happy to see that gravity suit. And yeah, I didn't mention it, but all Choozo's seeds, not just this one, all Choozos have the suit restrictions off. So one or both suits can be found in criteria no matter what the settings are. I think since this is a random start, that would have been true anyway. But that's actually one of the reasons why the settings are the way they are. Just, you know, don't have to remember those rules. Just tweaks are always on. Suits restrictions are always off. That way you don't have to. It's already enough options. Three items in Green Bryn. Not bad. Runners are going to definitely want to scope this out. If nothing else, they're going to hopefully pick up some more ammo while they're here too. Oh, and EXAKTScience finding the X-ray scope. Probably not what she was looking for, but you know, it's there. Might as well take what's there. Both runners did pick up that X-ray scope. Oh, I don't have to mark that off. You guys, you can all see that. I can take a break. And I imagine that EXAKTScience will be heading down to Ed Coon's next. So far, there hasn't been too much route divergence. Just so I am keeping up on Moro's stream. Just the early wave, the check. What would you call that? The criteria, the blue Brinstar power bombs. That check had wave beam. That's been the difference as far as item loadout. EXAKTScience skipping over that bombs. I'm sure she'll be back for it. Moro almost fell right in front of the bombs. Had a nice. Okay, now I'm confused. What happened? Uh. All right, I think we're back. I don't know if my sound dropped off or not, but the stream's back. Hey, it looks like we've got our two runners together. We can finally see where the difference is. Looks like Moro's got a little bit of a lead here. And you mark off the bombs for both runners. It's still stuck though. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be in better shape here. All right. Checking Mission Impossible for Moro. EXAKTScience, can you make your way to that same area as well? Oh, this lead, it doesn't make a huge difference yet. You know, there's still a lot of the seed left here. None of the bosses have been taken out. We're not in go mode yet. No Varia, not enough ammo. Plenty of time for things to change here. And both runners still in the same area. We're really not even that different. All right, Moral Findings Phaser. So that's going to be the last item in Green Bren. And let's see. Let's see. They know there are no items left, or Moro knows there are no items left in Blue Bren. It wouldn't actually be that bad if EXAKTScience decided to go back to Blue Bren because we know the waypoint's right there. For like 99% sure that's the waypoint is. I didn't actually see the pickup, but that's pretty much the only place it could have been. All right, Moro going to the next area here. Red Bren Star. This is a vanilla map. Vanilla bosses. 2 items in Red Bren. That's worth checking out. And I'm remembering now, I believe this is hard difficulty. So it's possible the X-ray's already in logic, the X-ray check. I'm not entirely sure. I know with bombs that is their up logic to get there. I don't know what the E-tank requirements are. I think with Varia that would be in logic. With Gravity, it's probably not in logic yet. That'd be my guess. That stuff is hard enough to remember even when the settings aren't changing every race. And then you have the runners that just, they know the low tank deboost method, you know, they're just the swag, really dangerous method. Looks like Moro choosing to go down. There's only going to be able to make the spacer check for Red Tower here. Although even then, that indecision at EXAKTScience is all of a sudden right there, just a room behind. Room or 2 behind. Thanks for sticking with us through a little bit of technical difficulties. I think we're on good track here. We've got a good race going now. It was just supers here at the spacer check, so 2 items of red tower. You know, if you go up, at least 1 will be there, if not both of them. Moro choosing to run past Redia. I suppose it is vanilla boss, so we know we're going to be able to take out Kraid. Ooh, fancy 3 super strats there from EXAKTScience. And okay, no items in Kraid. I was wondering why Moro was skipping that check, but makes sense. I mean, I'd probably still check it. Why not? It might be supers or something. Well, what do I know? Both runners choosing. Nah. We got 25, 30 supers. We don't need it. Kraid is 0. Looks like Moro went for that timed 4 super strat, got 2 in, not the worst result. Now you kind of have to wait for the mount to open. Meanwhile, EXAKTScience gonna give it her try. Oh my goodness. That was pretty impressive for missing the 2 missile opener, but still managing to get the 3 supers in. That's I don't think I've ever done it that way. Almost got the kill. Oh, like the quick kill. Well done, and just really same room. We are practically synced up here. All right, so will the runners... This is interesting, because Upper North Fair it's an item-dense area, but without Varia, it's kind of annoying to traverse. And it's funny that the runners got those 3 really early E-tanks, and then nothing. No reserves. Runners haven't been skipping them. They just haven't seen any since those first 3 that were like out of the first 5 items. Another runner wanting to check any of the crate extra items. There could be another E-tank there. Those are not majors, so they won't show up on the number count. Oh, 0 for Upper North Fair. Are we going to see both runners just ride back up the elevator here? Not yet. Have they realized there's no items here? I mean, maybe they want some more ammo. Maybe they want more E-tanks. I'm just kind of thinking, why wouldn't you check the crate item? I don't know. It's funny how that happens, though. You make a decision, you make a plan, and you just go with it. And that's honestly not a bad idea. It's probably better to do that than to be constantly kind of waffling, changing your mind. We saw a little bit of that earlier, where it's a little bit of indecision allows the other runner to catch up. So, all right, now we see Moro noping out, and I imagine EXAKTScience will be following short behind. I'm guessing both runners are at least going to peek at West Meridia. EXAKTScience choosing to save. Not going to knock that. We're 20 minutes in, and the last save was all the way back at Gauntlet before we found gravity, so that's quite a ways back. And Moro deciding no Meridia, just wants to go straight for those red tower items. So there are 2. Yeah, Hell Run. Well, I mean, there's nothing to Hell Run for either. Like even if it were, but even if we're like a 1 on Upper North Fair, I don't think that'd be worth it. Maybe for 2, you could start doing it, but especially with 2 in Red Tower, I understand this. I was wondering if either runner was going to decide maybe to just take a quick, like you could almost head through Meridia to get to the Red Tower items. It's kind of what I was thinking. You can make a few checks on the way. Because if the runners happen to pass by Varia, even if it's the speed-locked Varia sitting in Main Street, that information could be really valuable later. All right, Moro's going to be the first to make these red Prince Star checks. Got 2 items here. Will they both be majors? Bringing out some suspense here. Ooh, plasma. Okay. I mean, it's probably it's one of those things. Like, yeah, it's nice, but man, I hope one of these is good, right? Because if it's plasma and it's 2 beams. I mean, that's nice, but it's not charged. It's not even charged beams, so not what Moro was looking for. Oh, and EXAKTScience is thinking about this X-ray check. Maybe that's why she took that save. We'll see if she's just gonna she's gonna reset it. It's a little unfortunate because we already know it's not gonna be the payoff she's looking for. But honestly, with 2 items in Red Bryn, this is a completely reasonable play. I mean, the odds are in your favor, and so many times the goods are in X-ray. So makes sense. Yeah, that's a good point, Papa Schmo. The Ice Beam does open up Botch Wound, which could be the path to Varia. So that actually could have been a pretty important progression item, now that you mention it. And then, of course, it would have been helpful here if you had Ice Beam to get up the X-ray. Moro stopping in for a save. EXAKTScience took one earlier. Oh, shoot. Not the worst thing that could have happened, as long as she decides there's kind of two schools of thought on this. Like, well, it was worth making the play the first time, so it's worth making the play the second time. Or there's the thought of, yeah, this is really annoying. I don't know if I really want to do this the second time. She may not have. Sometimes you forget that gravity suit does not protect you against environment damage at all. These are balanced suit settings, so it's not like vanilla game. Those spikes are still doing 60 damage a hit, so it's a pretty treacherous route. Nice gravity jump from Moro. I was saying that Moro was taking that save because he had not saved yet since Gauntlet either, so makes sense. Just going to run along the bottom rather than trying to make those tricky jumps. Really not too bad without high jump, but I mean, that's pretty fast. Probably might even be faster since you get to run along the ground the whole way. This is all vanilla, so the save station will not be open until Phantoon is defeated. Runners, of course, have what they need for Phantoon. So the gravity suit is going to provide some damage. I think it provides full damage protection against enemies. So I think those blue flames for Phantoon are only going to be like 10 damage apiece. So this is pretty comfy Phantoon with screw attack to boot. So you could even afford to do a Nintendo Power Strats fight, super up Phantoon, and use screw attack to pseudo screw to. Well, you don't even pseudo screw to actually screw to the flames. And it looks like EXAKTScience did opt to nope out of X-Ray. That's good for her. Both the items that she wants out of this area are in the Alpha Power Realms location. So she'll be picking up her Plasma Beam and Ice Beam. And speaking of which, I need to go do the tracking. I'm just going to go ahead and mark EXAKTScience as having those items, so we know she's going to get them. Yeah, Moro just this is super easy with the screw attack. And yeah, just for any newer players out there, you don't need screw attack to do this. If you just charge up your beam and then do a spin jump in the air, you'll do what's known as a pseudo screw, and it will also screw attack through those flames. You'd probably want to jump a little bit higher than what Moro was doing there. Those were some pretty low jumps, but with a little bit of practice, it's pretty easy to do that. And the fight takes a little bit longer, but it's free. And plus, that super is dealing 600 damage a pop, so you're getting some damage in too. As long as you hit Phantoon with at least one missile or two in there, then it'll only be 4 rounds of supers. And if you can land a few each round, then you can get it down to a 3 round. Yeah. Yeah, it's the funny thing about Randa. You always feel like super behind. In my race the other day, I felt like really behind after Croc, and it turned out I was only like a minute behind or something. You just don't know where you are. You could be like a minute behind. You could be 15 minutes behind. You could be ahead. You just never know. You got to always keep playing. This is a little unfortunate too, though. EXAKTScience not making that wave beam check early. This could be costly because now she's going to be off looking for it everywhere in Criteria, and it's going to be one of the last things she checks potentially. She'll probably check it before Billy Mays, but not a guarantee. But Moro, 0 items still in wrecked ship, so he's going to have to go somewhere else too. He does have Phantoon down. I see I'm not tracking the bosses here. Both runners have Kraid down. Moro's got Phantoon down. Yeah, still looking for Varia, but I think it's a pretty clear-cut route at this point. I mean, there's basically only one place it could be, right? It's got to be Meridia. I think Moro literally has every count at 0-0. Oh, it could be a croc. The runners could... Well, without Speed Booster, how would they get to croc? I don't know that it's more often to pick up a little bit more ammo. Oh, interesting. EXAKTScience deciding she doesn't trust Rex ship. This could get her back in the game right here. She's a whole boss behind, so she's still behind. But if she can get onto the West Meridia track that I think Moro's heading to, she's going to keep herself in the game here because Varia is either at Croc or in Meridia. It has to be. EXAKTScience doesn't know that, but Moro knows that. Kind of interesting how these. I guess we did get what Criteria had 3 early. Oh, you know what? EXAKTScience. I want to say, didn't we see the count was at 0 for Rex ship? Because the runners started at Rex ship. I think EXAKTScience might know there's nothing in. Might know that there's nothing in Rex ship. And just figures why go fight Fantoon. It's actually kind of a smart play because you don't know yet whether you need to go to Rex ship because you need ammo or do you just need to kill Fantoon. So by putting off that trip, she's not going to be running around collecting ammo if she later runs in, and then that ends up being wasted time if the runners find charge here in Meridia or in Lower Norfair. So I think that's a good call. Oh, what was that? What did Moro see there? Is it just a power bomb? Or is that what we're looking for? Moro checked those 2 items in West Meridia. One of them, I think, was a super pack at Main Street. And Moro's going in here. Yeah, it was. Okay, we got our Varia suit. That might make both runners feel behind because that has been sitting there. I was even suggesting why not go up Meridia on the way to your 2 red tower items, and Varia's right there on the way. Both runners probably feeling like, oh, could have gotten that earlier. But really, they're not too far apart. Moro does have a little bit more of a lead than it shows here because he has Fantoon down. However, we don't know what the ammo situation is going to be looking like. I mean, if the runners can't find charge, if charge is sitting behind, like Shack Tool or something like that, the runners don't find it, and all the ammo sitting in Rex ship, that could actually be in EXAKTScience's favor. So lots go on here. Ooh, Speed Booster, that's a nice find. Yeah, 3 items in West Meridia, by the way. How often do you see that? I don't know if I've ever seen a 3 at West Meridia. Ooh, Moro deciding not worth it to get that Speed Booster. Do the runners... Well, they've got gravity. They could do a gravity jump for it. I've not marked Varia. Both runners got Varia. What am I doing here? I'm trying to see if EXAKTScience chooses... I mean, I'm assuming she's heading down here for Mama Turtle. Will she choose to try to do that gravity jump? You could also IBJ up for it, too. That's a little bit slower. Oh, you can't gravity jump up here, though. Not in the air. What am I thinking? I wonder how that works. I wonder if you can gravity jump from below the waterline and get most of the effect from it. Because the way gravity jump works is the game gives you a much higher initial jump velocity than usual. So I would think that if you did a well-timed gravity jump from the waterline, you could still make it work. It wouldn't be as effective. Maybe it's not worth it without high jump. Just thinking about it. Deciding not worth it as well. You know, it's a lot better to nope out than... Oh, she's going back in. Meanwhile, Moro deciding he really wants to know what that last item is. I don't know if this check will be worth it. We'll see. If it's charged, it'll be worth it. It's grapple. That was not worth it. But hey, you can't knock the play. If it had been charged, that would have been complete go mode. And ooh, science, please don't die here. So Mama Turtle is nice if you just ride her like that, but if you try to jump off of her, then she tends to hit you. Okay, she does get it. Is she right underneath it, or is she a little off to the side here? Where is this item? Goodness. Ooh, unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Okay, she's... Oh! I thought she had it. That's really unfortunate. Please don't die, Science. It's going to be really unfortunate because she has Crystal Flash ammo. So I hope she remembers to do a Crystal Flash. And I also hope she gets the Speed Booster. She worked so hard for it. Moro, meanwhile, looks like thinking about doing some, maybe some safe scum here. Science, do the Crystal Flash. You have plenty of ammo. No! It's making me nervous. Oh my goodness. Okay, at least she's getting some health drops. It looks like Moro is just saving before. That's actually a good idea. These Metroids can do a fair amount of damage. I suppose with gravity, you'd probably be fine. Gravity and Varia both, but makes sense. And choosing to take the extra beams off just to make sure that he could freeze those the Mocktroids in the correct location to be able to get that clip. EXAKTScience also deciding she wants that last item. Well, at least, well, I guess EXAKTScience doesn't need it as much. She has the speed booster she could potentially use for Dragon kill. But, you know, the grapple's even faster. Great. Well, optimally, speed kill Dragon is a little bit faster. Although without high jump, it might be actually easier to do it with grapple just because you don't have that. A little bit harder to get the Shine Sparks in the right height. The height that you are at is very important for those Dragon kills. You're trying to hit optimally 3 different hitboxes at once in order to do maximum damage. We're farming up here. Still sitting on these 3 E-tanks that we started. I mean, these runners have had these since like the 3rd minute of the game or something like that. Maybe 5 minutes in. It was very quick that they got all 3 of them. Just haven't found any sense. We'll see. Oh, with the speed booster advantage. Oh, imagine if this was charged. This could be huge. I probably jinxed it. Probably can't be charged now. Nope, it's just double missiles. Sorry. I cursed it by opening my mouth. Alright, we got Moro ready to take on Dragon here. Only 3 E-tanks. Although with both suits, this grapple kill, if he should be okay. Even if he gets taken for a ride by Dragon, should be fine. We're just waiting for the right time. Gotta wait for Dragon to stop swooping to do this grapple. Dragon being a troll. Holy cow, Dragon. There we go. This could be a problem. Oh, okay, it's fine. Sometimes if you wait too long and you get gooed, it's like Dragon has already moved on. Dragon's like, whatever, I'm not interested in you anymore. My AI has already decided I'm going off screen. And to avoid that, you don't want to trigger Dragon right away. Like, so if you want goo, you don't want to be all the way over to the right to trigger Dragon. You want to be kind of more in the middle of the screen. Didn't get the quick grapple kill, but that's still plenty good enough. Didn't even really get hit by Dragon much there, so good deal. Just missiles. And Moro's been skipping them all too. See that EXAKTScience is kind of building an ammo lead here. It's not much, just the missiles. The ammo management, that's really the thing that's left here. If the runners either find charge or enough super packs in Lower Norfair, then Moro's going to be fine, maintain his lead into Turian, so that both runners will only have one boss left. Well, actually, no, EXAKTScience still has Fantoon, so that's the thing. So if on the other hand, the runners need to go scrounging around for ammo, then at least EXAKTScience, by virtue of having to go to a wreck ship, will already have a place to be looking for ammo. So that could help get her back in it. As it stands right now, it looks like she's only one boss behind her, but she is behind the Fantoon boss as well. She's also behind Wave, but at this point, that's probably not going to matter. That'll only matter for Zepskip. Maybe. It would matter for me for Zepskip, but I don't have angle down. It makes Zepskip annoying without Wave. She could always go for the speed Zepskip if she knows that. That's a tough one, but it's also pretty swag if you get it. Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that Moro would be a little committed for charge here because it's. I mean, if nothing else, at least he's gonna find supers. He's safe. Oh, maybe he's okay. Maybe this is hedging his bets here. Like, I'm gonna check one of the holes, and then I'm just gonna go to the LN if it's not here. That makes sense. Supers. Yep, let's get those. Meanwhile, EXAKTScience in the middle of her fight with Dragon, choosing to do. I think did she get at least one spark in? I'm assuming she did. Looks like she's trying to get a spark in. This is a little bit iffy with the health. Okay, that was good. You may have noticed that she did a running jump into Dragon there. That makes it impossible to get blue suit, which makes it impossible to get change image. So smart play there. Get the kill. I missed it. What did Moro get? Moro just got something. Hey, high jump boots. Okay. That's a good find. And at this point, really unclear if EXAKTScience is going to find that. She could choose to make the same play, go down the same crab hole. We'll see. Or down the same sand pit, I should say. And yeah, Moro continuing on here. I mean, what if charges at Croc? That's another way that this could turn here. If EXAKTScience doesn't need charge, but Moro does. Yeah, nicely done, Science. That's a tough wall jump there without high jump. Not easy to do. I believe we saw. So good job with that. Oh man, Moro is going back. He wants that other sandpit. So we're at this point, we're probably going to see. We may be seeing that shack tool check. Oh, maybe he wants the speed booster. Okay. Okay. He might be thinking speed booster to Aqueduct. This race is interesting. It's it might be tightening up here a little bit with this. Oh yeah, and he's got the grapple. Oh yeah, that's gonna help. No wonder he went back for speed booster. Yeah, we don't know how many items are at Croc or at LN at this point. Neither runner has seen either of those. EXAKTScience farming up. Not a very easy place, convenient place to get supers for potential Ridley fight coming up. Moro's going to be checking out that Aqueduct, getting that double missile pack, or jumping over it. We'll see. These oh no, this is a vanilla area. Never mind. These are normal power bomb blocks. They've been changed to bomb blocks in full area. So we'll need to waste a power bomb there. Although the runners have plenty. Okay, and it looks like Science did go down the first of the two sand pits, so she is going to get that high jump as well. That's going to be fortunate. It's pretty annoying, especially LN, to be doing any Super Metroid movement really with speed booster. And oh, she went down the second sand hole. I was mistaken. Oh no, that's a little unfortunate actually. It's tough moving around with speed booster and no. Oh, this item's really annoying too. Yeah, there's some trick you can do to like get it with standing, but I don't know. It's like obnoxiously. It's just kind of obnoxious. You're supposed to have spring ball for this. That's really what you're supposed to have. And these 4-tile gap jumps are really annoying too. Get a little high five here. Kind of. Really, it's more than a high five. Both runners might be heading down to LN after this. Although I guess Moro's probably not. Moro's probably still looking for that item. He's gonna have to watch his energy as well. Just still no E-tanks after those first three we got. It is the little things, though. This race could come down to EXAKTScience choosing to go down the left sand pit instead of the right sand pit, just because the movement advantage from high jump plus speed versus not having it. Never know. Oh boy, when was the last time Moro saved? This is getting scary. Those guys do like 50 damage. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is not free either, getting up here. I'm pretty sure it's in logic with the items that they have. Yeah, it's really tricky, even with high jump. You trying to get a spin jump? Oh, there we go. That was nice. Didn't even need the spin jump. That's not easy either. That room is one of the worst. Unless you got space jump and grapple. Like, unless you got the full gamut of everything, it's kind of annoying. Meanwhile, EXAKTScience moving on. And we'll have to see what this last item is. It's really good. I think it's going to depend on what Moro finds. Although EXAKTScience is kind of moving closer and closer to ammo go mode. She does not have wave beam. I don't know what Zeb skip technique she knows. Without wave beam, with ice beam, then no wave beam, it can be a little tricky. You know, and that's definitely going to come into play if we don't find charge. She's about 3 super packs away from where you'd be at a decent go mode if she can do the Zeb skip. Meanwhile, Moro is going to find. What's it going to be? That's a good pickup. Okay, that's a good consolation prize because that is really going to complete the movement advantage. I mean, it would not surprise me if Moro saves like an entire minute in low and warfare just on having high jump and space jump. Well, to go along with screw attack. I mean, that's a very nice combo. Oh, nifty wall jump off the frozen waiver there from EXAKTScience. Making up for that lack of high jump. Finally, another E-Tank. Oh, she found another one. There must have been one. Must have been one I didn't see. She picked up in Bubble Mountain as well. I guess they have to be somewhere. I filled in the movement items here for Moro. Moro has everything except Spring Ball and Charge. Exact does not have the high jump boots, right? I think I thought she was going to get them, and then I was mistaken on which sandhole that she went down. So that's partly my fault. Science, there's no items here. Oh, but she's probably looking for ammo. That's what she wants. Okay, this makes sense. Oh boy. Yeah, this room is really painful if you... This is why you don't pick up the... If you're going to pick up that item, you pick it up on the way in, not on the way out. That's exactly why. So, will Moro decide to head toward Croc? Or will he head to Lower Norfair? Or is he going to just keep scrounging for ammo? Is he going to give up on the charge? I don't know why he didn't take the... I mean, I guess this is an item he can pick up along the way. He is starting to get close to go mode himself, but he skipped a lot of missile packs is the thing. Fixing the reserve tank makes sense. He hasn't seen an E-Tank in like 50 minutes, probably. It's been a long time for Moro since the last tank we've seen, so I understand that pickup. That's kind of what I'm thinking too, Papa. I think I would at least see what's in LN, especially with Moro's movement set here. You know, Science, it's not going to be that easy for her to get into LN, is it? This is vanilla layout. There's no back door she can take. No space jump. She's got speed booster. She could potentially go for the lava dive spark. But bomb jumping up isn't really an option. She can gravity jump. Gravity jump is just so much easier with high jump is the thing. Okay. Let's see what Science is planning to do. Meanwhile, Moro's finding those E-Tanks. Okay, looks like she's going to do the high jump less gravity jump. This is where you'd set up for it. Yeah, that jump looked a little early. That was a good call to nope out of that. Did she get the jump here? He does get it. Very nicely done. I think we've been on Moro's audio the whole time. I'm going to try to switch the audio here. We can get some nice LN music going. Hopefully that's okay. I can't actually hear the audio very well, by the way. I'm sorry if it's not great. One item, of course, there'd be one in Lower Norfair and one at Croc. It just has to be that way, right? Oh, she had it. Unfortunate. Not an easy short charge either. You know, she's got screw attack, so she doesn't even need it. She just wanted to show us that she could do it. That was all that was about. They just want to kill these pirates, and then lay a power bomb here. And then unfortunately, I think it's going to be a lot of bomb jumps. She was showing us the bomb jump ability earlier. Oh, she's going for the double bomb jump. Oh yeah, it's a tough one. I usually try to go for like 3 or 4, and then I go back into the single IBJs. It's not easy. A little bit less on the line here without Mama Turtle at the bottom eating 50 damage every time you mess up. Oh, meanwhile, Moro deciding, still committing to this finding whatever item is here. And admittedly, if he doesn't check these things now, it's going to be a lot harder to check them later. Come on, EXAKTScience. Yes, very nicely done. That was almost the whole way with double IBJs. Not easy to do. And to be quite honest, might have actually been faster than single IBJ up the entire way from the beginning. It's pretty long at single IBJ. Oh, we get a nice GT fight from Moro here. The I grab your supers and chuck them back at you variety. Gotta love that. It is going to cost him a bit. He's going to want to farm up supers here for Ridley. Still no charge beam. This is the place to farm supers. If you're going to farm supers, well, it's 1 of 2. You could farm supers on the Metal Pirates as well. But these rippers here are like a 99% super drop. It's funny. We're almost an hour into this race. I couldn't tell you who's in the lead. I mean, it would probably help if I gave EXAKTScience credit for beating Dragon here. Doesn't look like I marked Dragon off on the board here, but EXAKTScience looks like she's ahead, but she hasn't beaten Fantoon yet. So I don't know. She ahead? Maybe. Moro might be ahead if you consider the movement advantage. Moro still has that space jump and high jump boots. Very unlikely that EXAKTScience is going to find either of those at this point. And Wave Beam on top of it. Oh, there's Spring Ball. Oh no. Not picking up Spring Ball. Come on. I don't know about that decision. I don't know. But yeah, no charge. In a way, that was good for her. She doesn't know it, but that was probably the better outcome. Because with Charge Beam, Moro would be in complete go mode with the Wave Beam to boot. And now, Science, she's still not in go mode yet either, but she's closer. It's just she's got more to do. She's got more to do, and she has a movement disadvantage. As we see Moro just tearing through worst room like it's just a regular room in the game. Nothing to worry about. Funny, Moro, I don't think he checked Mickey Mouse. It's kind of funny. He checked the 3 items at GT and then skipped Mickey Mouse. It's gonna pay off for him. That check would have wasted him time, but well, unless it's the super pack, even then it might still be a good decision to skip. Now choosing to check Fire Fleas. Just missile packs. Moro just committed. I mean, you can see the difference. Science has picked up almost every missile pack she's come across. Moro has skipped most of them after getting to about 20 or so. And admittedly, that is only about 2 super packs worth of difference. And as it would turn out, Moro has an extra 2 super packs, so the runners are at about equal ammo, even despite that. I mean, yeah, it just kind of depends. Honestly, I just know Science has been picking up. I don't even know where Moro found the extra 2 super packs that Science doesn't have. So I'm sure she would have picked up any super pack she's seen as well. And Moro's been picking up every super pack, but not every missile pack. So just kind of a little bit more committal to charge. And now about to get the bad news here. But he does take Spring Ball. So I mean, I think Karma's on Moro's side at this point. So could be rough go for Science. Skipping that Spring Ball, I don't know. She could still get it on the way out. She could redeem herself here. Could happen. All right, and Ridley is down. Both runners have 3 bosses down. Moro's about to get to 4 here. Science probably looking for some ammo still. We'll take the E-Tank. It makes it possible, basically. I mean, space jump isn't necessary, but high jump. It's tough to do the skip with a high jump. There's that newer, the Stachio skip. If the runners are familiar with that, I know that has been done in practice at least with low ice loadout, so it's possible to do it. I mean, even the regular skip's been done with low ice loadout. Yeah, and that's a fair point too, Aussie. It's not like Moro is just guaranteed to get baby skip because he has all the items he needs for it. It's the thing I like about the Stachio skip, the one that's counterclockwise, is that if you fail it early. Like you're not sitting around jump roping the baby 7 or 8 times and then failing it late. So you're not going to lose as much time going for it. Science trying to show us the swag. Unfortunately, without the spring ball jump at the end, I mean, I don't know. And look at this. Got a bomb here. Can't spring ball jump up that hole. Losing time. We'll see. That was a good race, though. This has turned into a good race. Science a minute or 2 ahead, but she still has Phantoon. Neither runner in go mode yet, as far as ammo is concerned. Really need at least a couple more super packs. Or a visit to Croc. At this point, the runners... Well, actually, Science does not know. Science knows... she does not know where Wave Beam or High Jump or Space Jump are. So, she's probably not going to be looking for charge. It's not worth it for her to go to Croc. But Moro knows Croc has the goods. Will he go there? He's only got 5 supers, so it's not going to be... He has no charge to kill Croc with, so it's not going to be a super quick Croc fight either. He does have all the movement items, so, I mean, it would be not that difficult to collect charge. Science finding one of those 2 super packs she needs. Oh, she found another one too, didn't she? She found 2. I would say she's in go mode. She would definitely prefer to have at least, I think, 1 more super pack to really be comfortable. And the other factor here is, what is her comfort level with this loadout for Seb Skip? I know for me it's a problem with that, with not having angle down. Although I do know speed Zep Skip, sometimes that can be a struggle too. Though that's just because I know it doesn't mean I can get it first try. That's a tough one. But she did flash that fast pillars earlier with the door closed, I think, even. I think. So maybe she's got the speed skip. We'll see. We're going to find out soon. She's going to be most likely making her way to Phantoon. Maybe check 1 or 2 items on her way. And we'll be heading to Turian. And Moro is going to Croc. I mean, he did not check either of those super locations. Oh boy, this could come down to now whether charge is like the first item at Croc or the second item, or whether it's like Indiana Jones type location where you got to go deep. Even with charge as the first item in Croc, I think this puts Science ahead, but it's. I mean, there's still. I mean, he does have the movement advantage, so this could still come back. Hard to say. Since Science still has to make her way up this room, this is not trivial either. Just load out. She's still having to deal with not having high jump, having speed but no ice, or speed but no high jump boots. So I don't know. Maybe Moro is still ahead. Actually, this is taking a little bit longer than I would have thought. If charge is here, this would probably put Moro ahead. Yeah, the full beam combo, like everything but charge, has just kind of been taunting him a little bit. That's kind of rude when the game gave these runners plasma and ice. Here's all you need except charge. the 2 red tower items back to back. Yeah, this is the problem for Moro is he doesn't have any supers for this fight. This is Croc being a little trolly too. All these swipes. Moro doing a good job staying patient. Wow, how many swipes is that? Unfortunately, just an E-tank for Moro. He's going to take it. I mean, he knows he's going to have full beam combo at this point, so yeah, might as well have some extra E-tanks for that stand-up. That could save him some time. I know 7's enough, but it's nice having 1 extra for things to go wrong in MV1 room. Take a few onion rings. It makes sense to me. All right, we'll see. Science is not going to have any trouble with Phantoon, but we'll see where this charge beam is. How deep does Moro need to go? Oof. Oof. Only got a few places left. No point in picking up the supers now. Moro hoping. But nope. It is, of course, Indiana Jones. Had to be. You know, I would have thought that spring ball pickup would have given him some good karma, but it doesn't seem to have panned out that way. Oh, I didn't give him credit for the spring ball pickup. There we go. He's got that. Oh, man. It's because the game didn't know he had spring ball, clearly. All right, I think Science is going to get to Turian first, but not by a ton. And I mean, this is not like the world's best ammo loadout here. It's okay. It's really going to come down to whether she can do that Zep skip, I think. At least she has speed boosters. She's not going to lose like 40 seconds on escape because she doesn't have a speed booster or something like that. So that there's that, and both runners have ice beam, so we're not going to be having to sit there and power bomb the Metroids. We have both runners have bombs, so we don't have to worry about if we get grabbed by a Metroid. EXAKTScience still not benefiting from skipping that spring ball, but you know, it was there. What can I say? I mean, I don't know if the full beam combo is going to save that much, to be honest. Supers is a pretty fast kill, too. It's going to save a little bit, because she won't be able to use her supers for both MB1 and MB2. It's just more that, I mean, more could go wrong. You know, she could Kojak a few missiles, a few supers, and then suddenly things aren't so rosy. She's going to want to remember to refill here at the ship. This is vanilla area of vanilla boss. That means that there is no automatic refill heading into Turian. Okay, good. She may choose to take a save here as well. Neither runner is saved for probably about 45 minutes. Choosing to skip it. Fair. Although, yeah, Moro also has the stand-up beam advantage. That's another big 20 seconds or so. Maybe more. It can save some time. And with everything, I mean, he's got X-ray too, so he doesn't have to worry too much about soft blocks. You need to make sure that you don't get the baby stuck off in a bad spot. Otherwise, shouldn't have any trouble there. It's really hard to say who's ahead. I mean, I guess we could say Science is ahead. She's literally ahead, but all the movement advantages, the full beam combo. Look at race. Appreciate you guys sticking with us through the technical difficulties for the first 10 minutes or so. It's really it's been worth the wait. And even drops here, I mean, shouldn't be a big deal, but I mean, if she gets like literally no drops, it could be a problem. Whereas Moro is not going to have to worry about drops as long as he refills. Yes, okay, good. Even that lack of wave beam coming up a little bit here. Not as easy to hit these Metroids. Not that wave beam. Okay, but she is still at full ammo. Just one super short. She can afford to be a few super short here. I haven't done the math, but I want to say that like 65, 55 is the go mode, and she's a little bit, so she has a little bit of a buffer here. Like, I'm honestly a little surprised she didn't save at the ship, just because, like, it's... You never know. You know, if your opponent has taken a death like 30 minutes in and you have a big lead, you don't really want to blow it on not taking that save. Science deciding no need for the Zeb skip. Also, or no baby skip. Also, this means that she can missile the first door and have even a little bit more bandwidth. Maybe she's going to save. She might choose to save after that. After this point, that might be why she skipped the save too. We're not far behind. Doesn't need to worry about drops. Might be picking up drops a little bit. I guess I don't know whether he's going to go for the baby skip as well, but maybe he wants to conserve some health in case he gets the skip and wants to get that Moro. 3 supers, no thanks. Ooh, got grabbed by the first Metroid. Could have bombed it off. This is almost as fast, to be honest. This is not a big deal. slight time loss, but nothing to worry about. I mean, this could come down to whether one or both runners save the animals. For I mean, it's that close. Does Moro not know how to bomb those? Maybe he forgot he has bombs. I mean, without bombs, he could have just he could have power bomb killed them, but with bombs you could bomb them off. Maybe he's had some trouble with them in the past too, though. It's not exactly free to do that. So if you mess it up even one time, it's probably faster to reset the room. Okay, Science did take the save there. Oh boy. That's not how you do the Zeb skip without wave. I don't know if that even works. Okay, that works. That's better. Good job. Oh, she almost had it. But she's got the right form. So I was a little worried seeing that first attempt. This is the right one. You crouch, use both there she goes. Both angle inputs to do a crouched straight up shot, and then you're good. And she is going to want to take her time a little bit here because she can miss a few. She can afford to get scammed, but obviously everyone that gets scammed is going to take away from her ability to miss in the next phase. Wisely doing all missiles there. That way, when she did get blocked, I think a couple missiles got blocked. That's no big deal at all. She started firing missiles early. I don't know that those all counted. I doubt they did. But again, she has some bandwidth. She can probably miss. She can miss at least one super, maybe two. I would be nervous if she missed three, just because she started firing those missiles early. She's still good. If she could just get to the red beam phase, she's almost there. Oh, there she's at the red beam phase, and she got there before 15 supers, I'm pretty sure. So she still has one. I don't know if that missed. I don't think those missed. It just looks sketchy. She really should be crouching if she's in the corner. Okay, that looks good. Oh, some of those supers looked sketchy, but they were all hitting. They were all hitting. I think only one missed in the end. And I think she had at least one to spare. Okay, so at this point, I think we can say that Science is definitively ahead. But this is going to be a very fast MB2 for Moro. He can afford to fire all the super he wants into MB1. He's got the potential for stand-up. And he's even going to save some time in the escape. I mean, this is not... I mean, speed with no high jump for the escape. This is not... And of course, she can't afford to turn it off because that, then you can't get to the speed blocks. You can't charge to the speed... You can't do your Shine Spark at the end, so... it'd be very easy to lose 15, 20 seconds in Leodox. This could be close. Ooh. Moro taking a red beam. He's going to have to use the reserve tank if he wants to do stand-up. Does he want to do stand-up? Does not want to do stand-up. So, no judgment here. Stand-up is a very good way to end your game. There's like at least 5 different ways to end your run with stand-up, even with the X-ray beam. And I feel like it's even more dangerous in Varia too. I've seen like soft locks in randomizers that I haven't seen in vanilla. And so it if you do it right, it's good, saves time. It's less boring. You're not sitting here during this cutscene, but yeah, it's a lot of risk for maybe 20 frames or 20 seconds of time save. And it almost never makes the difference, right? This is unusual that both runners in a rando here on Mother Brain early GGs to both runners. This has been a great race. All right, EXAKTScience starting her escape. In the Leodox room, I think she turns screw attack off, which makes sense to do the Zeb skip. Having a little bit of trouble. It's this movement items, man, and nerves. I mean, you get to this point in the race, you haven't seen the dot done. You feel behind. You know it's probably close. Does make it up. Trying for that time save on the moonfall. Does get it. Get up! All right. One more spark. She gets it. Moro starts his escape. I mean, this really could have come. I mean, where charge was. What a big factor that was in this race. And go ahead and get your GGs in chat for EXAKTScience, who finishes with an official time of 1:21:25. GG. And Moro is not going to be too far behind here. Moro finishing with an official time of 1:22:23, just less than 1 minute behind. GG's both runners. We'll see if we can get the runners in for an interview. I also need to quick check the schedule here. We do have another Choozo race coming up here pretty quickly, and I'm wondering if SpeedGaming would mind doing that one after this one. We'll have to see. I don't know what their plans are. First, to see if we can get the runners in for an interview. All right, looks like they're almost joined. All right, we are joined by EXAKTScience, and I assume Moro's coming. I see he's in the room. Meanwhile, I've confused my view. I guess that doesn't matter. We're just into the credits now.
Whew. All right, I'm in now. I finally unmuted myself in all three places I was.
Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. That was really something. I missed where high jump was, but I saw that I accidentally skipped wave beam at the very beginning.
Yep.
Whew. Yeah. So yeah, I guess Moro's coming in soon. It was a fun seed. I wish I hadn't died in X-ray, but also kind of glad I did, because then I wouldn't have. That way I didn't get to see that it was a minor item.
We are now joined by Moro. GG's.
GG's, fun seed.
Yeah, it was a really good race. We did have some technical difficulties in the first 10 minutes. Not anything that wasn't any of the runners' fault. It was just Twitch being Twitch, and Moro's stream got stuck there for the first 10 minutes for no reason. I could see Moro's stream, it just wasn't on the feed. But once we got through that, yeah, it was so the early game. There was the wave beam check that Moro made, Science missed, and then Moro had kind of a lead, just a little bit of a lead, like throughout. Like it was just enough to say, okay, Moro's definitely in the lead. It's more than a room, but still opportunities to catch up. But then that charge beam just ended up being completely buried.
Where was it?
It was in Indiana Jones missiles.
Oh, yeah, I went nowhere near Croc. That, like, I didn't even take the path to Lower Norfair that went by Croc.
I didn't either until I was looking for it after I finished the G4, and I didn't have enough supers and missiles to kill Mother Brain without charge, so I had to find it.
Yeah, I started committing to ammo pretty early. Like once I think once I had everything I needed to get through Meridia, at that point I was like fully committed to ammo, and so then I was just had to make a few more checks once I found my go mode, or my Varia, which was my go mode. So yeah, I also skipped Spring Ball, so shout out to the Spring Ball haters. Like opened up Power Bombs of Shame, looked at it for a second, decided I didn't want the fanfare, and left. Yeah, so did we take like a generally the same route through things, or how much divergence was there? I'm gonna watch it back at some point, but
yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was pretty similar early on. So you both had the opportunity to go up the Red Tower early. You both chose not to. You both had the opportunity to go up Meridia later to get to Red Tower and walk by that Varia suit. Neither one of you did that either. That would have been a big play. And then I was worried the Science was going to be scrounging all through Criteria for that wave beam, because she went to Criteria PVs at one point. It's like, oh boy, this is not the checks you want to start doing. We know where that item is.
yeah. So my first, I was not concerned about my beam. Wave beam would have been nice because it would have let me would have let me do the easier regular Zeb skip, but I wanted to check it when I got to the bottom of Pink Burn Star and was going down Green Hills, but I did not have a way to make that jump. That wasn't a really stupid wall jump that I didn't want to try, so I was just like, well, I hope that my Varia suit is not at Criteria PVs, because I am not going back.
Yeah, it really did come down to where charge was, because Moro ended up finding everything, whereas Science had like one item in Criteria, one item in Meridia, one item. Like there were some gaps, and so I mean it made sense to commit to ammo. But like if that charge had been where Spring Ball was, or probably another couple, like where Space Jump was, Moro did find all those movement items. Moro happened to go down the right sand pit, found high jump. Science went down left sand pit, no high jump. That could have been impactful as well.
After Dragon,
go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, after Dragon, I was getting real worried about my health count. I think I only had like 3 energy tanks at the time, and my next move was Ridley, so I was getting real worried about that. So I started doing some extra checks in areas that I'd already cleared all the majors out of. Luckily found a bunch of energy tanks in Upper Norfair though.
I think
Yeah,
you
I
both did a little bit of upper door pair checking, yeah.
when I first went down there, I did not immediately notice it was a 0 and did all of the checks at high jump. And then I checked Bubble Mountain and the front reserve item, and then all the top bubble checks, looking for ammo. I really wish I had gone down the other sand pit. I went down the left one because it was closer to the exit to Norfair. But I was also on 3 tanks coming out of Meridia. And I would have
Yeah,
loved to
y-
find high jump.
you both found those 3 tanks like 2 minutes in, and then nothing for like another 50 minutes. It was a little ridiculous how long.
Yeah.
Moro, did you do Gauntlet early?
Yeah, I did. And when I saw Gravity and Screw in there, I was really happy.
I was too. I did it like when I came back up the elevator from Retro Bryn because I had found like enough energy tanks for it to be in logic with power bombs and 2 power bomb packs. It was like, this is pushing me so hard towards Gauntlet. I need to go to Gauntlet.
Yeah, I think I did it like right after Blue Brinstar. I came up the elevator, went up tower, and then I had 2 or 3 at the time, so I was like, well, I'm already here. I might as well just check it. There's still at least 1 major left in criteria when I made that check. Well, I think there was 2 actually.
Yeah, so really glad to hear it was a close race. I always love those.
too.
So I'm
Me
gonna have some
too.
fun watching it back for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch back the restream. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it was really interesting because at one point Moro went and got Fantoon, which I see now. I still haven't marked. I did neglect my tracking duties a little bit. Maybe I should give science credit for getting Fantoon now. But yeah, so Moro. So at one point, science was in the lead. If you're just watching, like, oh, well, she's first to lower Norfair, but she hasn't done Fantoon yet. So is she really ahead? It's hard to say. Definitely add some intrigue to the race.
Yeah,
Did you do Fantoon last, Science?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean, there was no reason for me to do it early because we found the one major in Wreck Chip immediately because it was Morph. And any chance I can get, I save Fantoon for last because he's just so close to G4.
Yeah.
But I had a really, really awful Fantoon fight. I only got 4 missiles the first round, like didn't even get any on the swoop because I'm very used to having high jump for that fight. But other than that, that was a fun seed. The routing was really fun to do, and it was nice to get one where we knew for sure it wasn't the standard like vanilla area where I guess this is less so with full countdown, but where the play is very often just to find some E-tanks, go through Green Brinstar, find E-tanks, go to Upper Norfair, Hell Run, find items, and win.
Yeah.
It was cool
The
not
routing
to.
was very different in this seed.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up here and hopefully get set up here for another Choozo race. We've actually got one coming up really soon between B2 Nitro and Shindig Pig. I think it's going to be right here on SpeedGaming 3. Don't know for sure, but I think that's what we're going to try to do here. So, great race. I mean, anytime both runners are in escape at the same time, it's a treat.
Yeah, GG's again, Mora. That was
GG's. That was really fun.
all right. Nothing more from me. See you all next mission.
All right. Yep. Thanks, everyone.